Alright everybody, welcome back to another video, welcome back to Tales of the Forgotten Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back to the Radioactive Bit. This is your boy Zerdio Merzul, telling you a little something about the collection. First of all, this video is going to be a guide about the Nautiloid Overhaul and the early access Nautiloid. If I make it, I might as well just showcase how to, you know, handle the Nautiloid crash site, I guess. I should be making it though. I'm playing a busted class and, you know, race. My opinion anyway. There's a lot of busted content in here when it comes to classes and races. So pick and choose your poison, I guess. But for the newcomers to the collection, if you hop on here, ignore the fact that I'm on revision 5. I have not updated my local Vortex installation. However, I am on the latest. If you go to collections, view, mods, right here where it says required, recommended, these are mods that are optional installs, okay? These are exactly the same as what you find right here. Now keep in mind, Extra Encounters Plus is also an optional install. Please. Thank you. This is also an optional install, okay? You download it right here, okay? I'm pretty sure I've showcased this once before, but apparently people don't like to watch the videos or read the instructions correctly or entirely. So I'm doing it again. All of this is optional, okay? This is the reason your mood is red. These are the reason you got a lot of busted encounters, and this, and the Nautiloid Overhaul, which for some reason it didn't go into the optionals category, I guess. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, okay, I'll have to fix that. The ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul is an optional mod. Again, for whatever reason it has not persisted, but ignore all the nonsense I have going on here. Let's just put them both to optional. For whatever reason, both the Nautiloid mods are not optional mods anymore. They are supposed to be optional, by the way. You can remove both of them. However, if you do install both of them, make sure... Well, if you install any of the optionals, make sure you, you know, go on the resource page. If you haven't downloaded the thingy, where are you at? Resource page, files, make sure you download this, okay? This is the latest load order for revision 7. Make sure you download that. Make sure you use the mod settings LSX file as instructed, okay? And then reboot this. A little side note, Pixelbytes Tactician Enhanced seems to be interfering with some mods. I'm not entirely sure what that's all about, but please disable it. I've made a bug report on it. Somebody has told me about the Dread Overlord. There's a bug report, and I have figured out the reason as to why you're crashing. It's Tactician Enhanced. As you can see it right here, working after the removal. It was crashing when touching the Corrupt Totem of the Necromancer, which is the first totem for the Dread Overlord. Now, let's go to the actual stuff. I'm gonna be playing with the Exsanguinist, which is an optional install. Again, these are the optional mods, okay? Solo leveling and Tactician Enhanced will be added as optional mods starting next revision, but again, the Nautiloid mods are optional installs. They were supposed to be optional. My bad, for whatever reason they did not persist. Anyway, since a lot of people have installed them and have not removed them, And y'all got the entirety of the collection installed, probably, at this point. I'm gonna just move on as an exsanguinist with these cantrips, okay? All the way down here. We're going with wing level 10, which is the default intended. We'll go no origin. These are the stats that I've chosen. By default, you have 17 con, if I recall. So I just did this, because I feel like this is a better spread for early game. I actually do not need Constitution, because... Hear me out. Now, while this would be okay, and this would be the intended start if you are not playing with ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul, do note that ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul does give you a pendant, an amulet, a necklace if you will, which does put your constitution up to like 21 or something, or 20, I forgot the exact number. So, this does not matter one bit. So what I'm considering is to up Charisma instead. And then just go 8. Straight up. And then we go like this. Okay? Because this is gonna... It's gonna set my constitution all the way up. Like immediately. So I'd rather just have this instead, I think. So now I have more options to multi-class more easily without having to respec. Okay? See how, you know... We do the planning. Now, I haven't chosen what these are. This is the first time that I actually played the Exsanguinist, so I'm not really sure. But I've already preset most of everything else. So what is this? Orb of Energy. 18 meters, 15 meters con save, 3 meters strength save. Push? Okay, so it's 3 meter push, I think. Kinda. Something similar to Thunderwave is what I'm expecting, but maybe AoE around you instead of forward. Putrefy, 2 turns of shut up and enjoy no heals, but it's melee. So while I would normally maybe possibly take this, I can't really take it at level 1. Mostly because of Constitution being really bad. Bleed, I don't particularly like. I think it's kind of bad, especially for the Nautiloid. You'll see why. Bloodlust might actually be the play, though. Even though this is piercing, I might just consider taking Bane or Command instead. But Bloodburst is not bad, so I'll just go with this. Now, this is my new character. If y'all want me to share my presets for this... For character preset framework, know that I have one for Osimar. This one is for Lithardi. This one is for Dragonborn, White Dragonborn. This one is for the Deathbringer. Okay, so I currently got 4 presets which I have created. Do let me know if you want me to share them. Let's just begin. All right. I'll just go default here. It's fine. So. The actual guide begins now. Now, because I know for a fact a lot of people have not played with both ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul and Early Access Nautiloid, or either of them, or both of them combined, I'm probably gonna have to explain quite a bit of what's going on and why I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing. Again, I'm fully aware that a lot of people that play Baldur's Gate 3 are also Dungeons and Dragons enjoyers. I'm gonna click yes here, click accept. And because they are Dungeons and Dragons enjoyers, they, for whatever reason, believe that it is okay to just head first, guns blazing, and just murder everything. That is not the case. Also ignore the stuttering. It do be like that in the initial loading. Because of this. Now, if you're wondering about what's actually happening on screen right now, this is Nautiloid Overhaul from the collection. Okay, this is ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul, my mod. You do have a lot of helpers, so make sure you make use of them. Now, what I kind of want to do here is to also take part of this combat. This stupid thing is not something I'm entirely sure how to fix. Okay? Now, I believe this is caused by native camera tweaks, and it gets fixed eventually, but it's very, very annoying. Unfortunately, because of that, I did not get the extra experience. Now, if you wanna get the extra stuff from the tutorial chest, there's a whole bunch of these in here, okay? Now, you can set up your character however you would like, okay? For the purposes of the video, I'm gonna actually attempt to do this without setting up a character, but please y'all just set up a character before. Now, you will not see all of these in the first row, except for the ring. All of these you will not be seeing because that's some extra stuff that I've installed, attempting to get it to work, and it does work. Those are Tasha's BDO stuff, which were copyright striked, if I recall. So they are not available. I do kind of have a link for it, but just to let you know, they were copyright striked, so I'm not gonna put them in the collection. This ring, however, this is a ring you use on the Enigma origin. Okay, so spread the Sweetheart Whisper remover around everybody in your party if you play with that, because it gets annoying. Now, again, for the purposes of the video, I'm not gonna touch all of that. I'm just gonna go straight in. Notice how you have us with us, if you know what I mean, but I'm currently playing on Tactician, okay? I've never played on Tactician on the collection, so this is new to me too. But please do not use us. Make him sit out, vanish, okay? That way, he's not gonna get insta-murdered. That way, you save him, okay? Now, only do that if you don't, you know, if you don't want to lose us. If you don't mind losing us, then you should be fine. No matter what you do, just use him to tank stuff for you, I guess. I actually don't mind losing us here. Do know that us will get some extra stuff later on into the game, though. So if he dies, you will not be seeing those. Now, I might be a little late to the party, but I should still be getting just enough experience. Now, again, you can quit out of the Nautiloid entirely. You can skip this entire tutorial section by clicking a little something that I'm gonna show you after this turn ends. I might just die straight up. I didn't know dude was up there, so I just straight up died. Now, luckily, the collection does have a little cute mod which should be picking us up in like 2 turns, maybe. Okay? So I shouldn't be dying entirely just yet. But this dude has pissed me off right now. So, I have made this a little bit easier on the collection, and I have installed a mod which does actually remove the down status on you. So it does help quite a bit. I've made it a little easier. Mostly because the collection adds a whole bunch of difficulty stuff on top. So I was like, you know what? Might as well just make it a little bit easier. This is supposed to be a tutorial. So what you're mostly supposed to be learning in this tutorial is how stuff works. So just kind of pay attention to what the NPCs are doing and stuff, you know. It's also supposed to be an introduction to new content additions through the use of mods. I did actually die. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna have to reload because of that. Because I do not believe I am getting revived. It is what it is. I didn't know dude was there. Also, don't sit too much in the initial room. Because if the NPCs start fighting, you will lose on experience. Again, this is supposed to be a situation where you're supposed to be hurrying to leave, okay? That's the whole purpose of this tutorial, if you will. It's supposed to enhance on what Larian's built. And it's supposed to enhance the sense of urgency of getting the hell out of here. Out of hell, actually. Alright, I'm gonna skip all of this. And let's just give it a little second. Now, I've shown you guys what not to do. As in, go forward. Don't go forward, because it's gonna start the fights in the next room. If you want to set up your character, do it here. Okay? Now, initially, the tutorial chest was not even supposed to be here. My game froze. Okay. The tutorial chest was not even supposed to be here. Initially, you were supposed to be fighting for the tutorial chest. With 3 cambions. I've decided against it for the collection because it is much harder. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just walk forward right now, so the fight doesn't start without me. Okay? Now this way, we should be fine. This is the intended way. And of course, dude, freaking beelines towards me. That's crazy. I did not expect him to just straight up fly towards me. I'm not gonna lie. He usually doesn't do that, but fair enough. It makes it harder. A whole lot harder than intended. Okay, that helps quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Now, what I'm gonna do here, because critical thinking is heavily advised, I'm gonna just run backwards. Okay? I'm gonna just run immediately backwards and attempt to stay alive. Is what I'm gonna do. Okay? This is how you play the game with this mod. Okay? The whole point is to think. It's forcing you to think. I know thinking is hard, and I know even a bunch of people playing D&D are not used to thinking. They're just used to doing stuff. Because I've been told, apparently, in Dungeons and Dragons, a bunch of you people just kind of fight. Without thinking. Which, I'm pretty sure is not how you're supposed to be playing Dungeons and Dragons either. Even though I have never played it. I am pretty sure critical thinking is advised to a certain degree. Even in Dungeons and Dragons. So, I've just realized my in-game audio is not being captured for whatever reason. It took 17 minutes to realize that. That is crazy. Give me a second to attempt to fix it. Oh my god. Okay, why is my in-game audio not... Hello? Okay, what are the odds that... Okay, there we go. Alright. Now, luckily, the guide basically just kind of begins. So. Again, I know this is gonna be a long video. It's already kind of long, but it is what it is. So, if I were to put us forward, he would die. So, actually, I'm still gonna do that, but I'm gonna put him right there. So he marks, or they mark, if you will, both of these. I'm gonna hit him, and I'm gonna end turn. Now, having 30 HP does mean he can at least tank a little bit, or they, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Us can tank a couple of hits for us, if you know what I mean. Now, I know for a fact that this initial room is not really the one that's problematic. But do keep in mind that because of certain reasons, I will be sticking around for a little bit. I will have to pop a potion right away. And while I would love to fight here, I can't really do that. Okay? So what I want to do is make sure I stay out of the way. Okay? Again, keep in mind, this is on Tactician right now. Not on Balanced, like I advised a lot of people to start playing. So, the intended difficulty you're supposed to be playing on initially is Explorer or Balanced, okay? Especially if you've never played the game on Tactician before. Especially if you've never finished the game on Tactician before with mods. Please. Don't go higher than Balanced, okay? The difficulty, at least in the initial area, is quite high in my opinion. Again, most of the difficulty additions are Boss Pack 1 and 2, Deadlier Honor Mode, and ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul, as well as the Extra Encounters Plus mod. Now, there are a couple of other difficulty addition mods which add other encounters, but these ones are optional. I'm not gonna be talking about the others. That's not the purpose of this video. Also, please don't ask. There are a couple of content additions, okay? And I don't really want to remove them. And I don't really plan on helping you remove them either. Because it's time consuming, and I've consumed enough time as it is. Now, us will die in this encounter. While I could save us, I'm not gonna do that. I just want us to help me here as much as possible, because I do kind of want to just speed the process up a little bit. Again, I've made it a little harder on myself by going lower constitution. But I believe Avatar of Mammon in next room will give us what we need. I don't think it's Crassus. I don't think Crassus is the one who gives us the amulet. I think it's Avatar of Mammon. I forgot though. There are a couple of items which we will be receiving in this area. In the Nautiloid, that is. So, if you want to actually get them, I suggest you play through it. If not, just skip, I guess. But, again, if you want to have some good content, extra gameplay, and to see the potential of what the Nautiloid could have been, I suggest you play through it. With all the mods installed, that is. Because I really feel like Larian missed the whole point of what the Nautiloid could have been. Also, this could have been an endgame area, by the way. Because we are in Avernus. And, well, let's just say Commander Zolk is level 8. Yeah. Yeah, this could have been an endgame area. They could have made Avernus. I am kind of pissed that they didn't, but I know a lot of people would like to play through Avernus. So, with that said, if anybody can get Moon Glasses plugin for the toolkit, excuse that, that's Shift D. By the way, Alt S brings up this non-thingy. Alt S gets rid of it, okay? There are a couple of keybinds. You can find all of that in mod configuration, configure hotkeys. All of that is right here in the mods tabs, okay? All of that is right here. Also vanilla keybinds, you can find all of that here too. So if something's not right with the keybinds, look in there. I have not actually touched anything, so whatever has been touched, it's been touched by the mods directly, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, while I would love to fight here, I will choose to sit out. Intentionally, okay? I'm gonna let the Illithid and the extra helpers I've given you do the thing. Now, hopefully they handle everything, because otherwise I'm kind of cooked here. I need them to handle Crassus too, not just them. Now, because I've removed, in one of the later updates of ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul, because I've removed Merizul from this room. This room is harder than it was initially, but I've made it easier by having Rig over here start in this room, and, you know, Bugbig starting in the other room with the other goblins, just kind of walk through here so they help you, okay? Again, you have a lot of helpers in this mod, please make use of them. This is supposed to be a tutorial of sorts, so you're not the main character here, you're supposed to be, you know, paying attention to what's going on. This is more of a cinematic experience and learning experience than a play yourself type of experience, especially if you're on Tactician. You want to pay attention to what's going on. You can play stealth, okay? So Astarion has finished this on vanilla, is what I'm saying. Every single Origin character has finished ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul on vanilla, okay? On vanilla, I've specified. Now, you may have trouble if, you know, there are other mods which add stuff to the Nautiloid, but as it is, even Astarion could still finish this by playing safe. Believe it or not, Asterion is the hardest origin to play through this. Because he got nothing early on. Literally. Because even Lae'zel starts with a bow, if I recall. Asterion does not. For whatever reason. You can get a bow. Actually, I don't remember if Lae'zel starts with a bow. But you can get a bow or maybe a crossbow from one of these imps up here. I forgot exactly. But one of them, bare minimum, one of them gives you what you need. I just kind of forgot what exactly they give. I don't have the range for this, which is kind of pissing me off, but... Oh. I could, but I don't know if I should. I may die. I might actually consider jumping away. But I think I'm still fine-ish. Why do I get the feeling this dude is trying to get me? You know what? I'll risk it. If I don't die next turn, I will save, just in case so. Honor mode is not advised. If you play on honor mode, you're on your own. Tactician is the highest difficulty that I've ever played on, okay? I have finished the game on Tactician with 650 mods or so. And, well, let's just say if you got a lot of difficulty addition, it's not pleasant. And, honor mode makes the Nautiloid very unplayable if you're not doing stuff correctly and paying attention. Like, it's very, very difficult, which is why I've advised Balanced or Explorer, not higher. Again, this is the first attempt that I have on the collection, on the current latest revision, which if I recall is 7. This is the highest difficulty that I've ever played on the collection. On this current latest revision. So whatever you're seeing right now is the highest tested difficulty. As well as a guide. Okay? Now, what I know for a fact is that a lot of people don't know what to do starting right here. Okay, so when you get there and proc the Lae'zel cutscene, a lot of people don't know what to do. Because they think the game's broken. Which is why I believe this score happened. Because the collection is functional. But I get the feeling a lot of people don't understand what's actually happening. So, if you don't understand something, please hop on Discord. Don't just randomly downvote my collections, please. They are all functional to a certain degree. You do kind of need to know what you're doing, though. So ideally, explore, okay? Before you start voting, explore your options. I know people are not used to taking their time. People nowadays are very much used to just having everything in front of them. Being spoon-fed information and all of that. This dude is actually coming for me and I don't like it. I wish he wasn't here. I need to get away. Like, right now. Because otherwise I'm gonna die. It's a little annoying. Also, because us starts with us, if you know what I mean. You don't have to go touch me or not, but I would advise you do it, maybe. Considering stuff may be broken if not. Maybe consider touching him either way. I keep pressing Shift D, and that's gonna happen to you a lot too. You will be pressing stuff quite a bit. Stuff which you may or may not want to be pressing on, you know, on the fly, non-stop. Okay, what are the chances that I get shreked here? I should be fine here? Why do you know I'm here? You shouldn't be having vision. He shouldn't be having vision of that. That's crazy. Anyway. Let me get rid of this nonsense because it's annoying. Again, this is the button to quick exit from the tutorial area from the Nautiloid. This will start you where Shadowheart is at the Nautiloid crash site as level 2, which I highly advise you do not do if you're using the entirety of the collection with the optional mods, because let's just say it's gonna be hard very, very hard without being level 4, which this current Nautiloid provides. So I highly advise you play through the Nautiloid if you're using the full collection install, okay? So if you're using ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul and the Nautiloid Early Access and Deadlier Honor Mode and the boss packs, please make sure you play through the entirety of the Nautiloid, because you will need everything, every little bit of experience you can squeeze, okay? Because let's just say the Toads added from one of the boss packs in Deadlier Honor Mode. I believe it might be boss pack 1. I'm not entirely sure if it's 1 or 2 though. Those Toads are highly annoying and will kill you very fast if you don't level up before you get to them. So ideally play through all of this and get to level 4 before you know, get out of the tutorial area. Because you will die, you cannot avoid the Toads. Which is unfortunate, but that's how the mod was made. You cannot avoid the Toads. Again, when I've made the ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul mod, I have made it with Deadlier Honor Mode in mind and all of these extra mods, okay? That is intentional. So whatever you're seeing me play through right now is the intended difficulty of, you know, the collection. This is the full install as well. So we will be fighting the Toads, is what I'm getting at. It's just gonna take me a while to get out of the Nautiloid. I believe, depending on how well I do, it might take me 2 hours, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright. Now you might have noticed I am playing like an absolute scaredy cat. I can't say anything else because my kid's right here. But yeah, the point is we need to stay alive in the first encounter. This is the hardest encounter. On Tactician. On Ballast, I have not had this much trouble getting through to the second room. But apparently on Tactician, this fella just straight up goes for you, so we need to stay away. Again, I've played through this hundreds of times, and this seems to only be happening on Tactician. So I'm expecting the AI to behave differently, okay? Based on what exactly it is that I'm playing. I'm getting some FPS drops here. It's kind of normal, mostly because Early Access Nautiloid is loading the Nautiloid, and then ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul is also loading a Nautiloid, and they override each other. Okay? So there are a whole bunch of assets being loaded at the same time, overriding each other at the same time, so it's causing some lag and some FPS drops, which is normal. Again, I want to let y'all know this collection has yet to be tested for co-op, so if you have tested it for co-op and it works, please let me know. I would appreciate it. Also, next revision is gonna happen. I'm not entirely sure how soon, but I'm already kind of working on it. I'm bringing back the ToTF Shadowheart mod, which is something I have made, which starts Shadowheart as a Fidelian devotee of Shar with a spear +2 and, you know, the sorcerer clothing, the black one. And I do believe we will be seeing that when we actually meet Shadowheart. Now, the problem is getting there. Getting all the way there is gonna be an issue if I don't stay alive. Keep in mind, I'm trying to soak as much experience as possible here, which is why I'm playing like this. Now, I do believe I'm still out of sight. This should be the sight range, which is higher than 18 meters, so just wanted to show you guys, okay? Because I'm pretty sure, if I recall, Crassius has a sight range of 18 meters or so. Come on. Again, I don't recall if he's the one that gives us the amulet. It could be Avatar of Mammon, but whenever I get the amulet, my constitution is gonna jump to like 20. Or 18. I don't recall the actual number. We'll see. Which is why I've chosen to not add any sort of constitution at all. Because I'm just gonna use that instead. Also haven't played the Osimor since I've done the Cremiel playthrough, which, by the way, if you all want to watch that, that is the modded playthrough, my initial modded playthrough of 600 mods or so, if I recall. So, go watch that. You might like it. It's quite long. So, we're done here. I'm gonna just touch some of these NPCs. There is a cutscene here if you wanna, you know. I'm gonna skip all of this, because we don't really... I don't recall if there's anything we get from that. There's a psychic armor thingy here. Touch that, get the thing. Go touch Mirnat over there. I do believe he's not gonna do anything though, because we have us. This, don't touch this, it says damaged right there. That's an asset that I've put there, by the way. I couldn't figure out the scripting for it, so I just made it damaged, so it doesn't heal you. This redness is caused by the optional install. Darker Act 3 Blood Moon. Okay. This is also what's causing the redness at camp at nighttime. So if you mind that and do not like it, remove it. Now I'm gonna skip the Lae'zel cutscene because we don't really care for it. Okay, the fight has started. I'm gonna skip the cutscene. Again, we don't really care for it right now. Now, a lot of people are having issues here. First of all, there's Merum, Mammon's trusty boar. There's Meruzul, which is your biggest helper here. Okay. Right there is Avatar of Mammon, the Sin of Greed. Which is my character. Meruzul as well. There's Rehrazar. And we have two more. There's Kraknelor and Velnarach, okay? These are all NPCs that I've made and put in here. Including the Boar, Meruzul, Avatar of Mammon, and a bunch of these hallucinatory imps, okay? Now, these four helpers, okay, the Gits and the Meruzul, initially would be able to climb up here via the use of the vines, which have now been removed, which a lot of people seem to be having trouble with because they don't know how to progress, okay? This is still the intended way to progress, okay? You still go up here, okay? Except you do it this way, from this side, okay? Right here, there is a... I can't see. It's hard to showcase. I moved the camera. Damn it, man. Give me a sec to figure it out. Okay, stop. I'm trying to... So this is still the way to go. It's just a little bit trickier, okay? So through here, there's a wall, okay? This wall right here, you can destroy it from the other side, and I'll show you in a little bit. And then from here, you jump across, okay? Or if you have a character with high jumping, or you got Lae'zel over here leveled up, and you use the Git Psionic jump, you can jump up here and then progress as normal, okay? Without using the vines. But again, if you cannot jump or fly up there, you have to take the other route, which is going backwards to where you met Lae'zel in the cutscene, right here. And then you take the side of the ship, okay? This is how Early access Nautiloid is doing stuff, okay? Notice the line. I'm gonna turn off the... Actually, never mind. It's still bad to see because the red. Okay, you can go all the way here, and that's where you're supposed to be going. Inside there, okay? So you take the side of the ship and go all the way around to the front and then go all the way there, okay? I'll show you in a little bit, but we need to fight Avatar of Mammon. We need to get rid of this fella. We need the necklace. I got. I don't like that. Luckily, we have Lae'zel, which is gonna run backwards. Okay, again, do not be afraid to run away. I've been telling people that. Do not be afraid to run away. This is normal gameplay right here. Run away. If you can't deal with fella that's level 7 when you're level... twitching. Woof. When you're level 2 or 1... obviously you cannot deal with that at this current stage of the game. What the hell just happened? Soul Echo? What? This is the first time I've seen this. What is this? What the hell happened here? What do you mean Soul Echo? I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to what actually happened. What is this? Pause. Okay, Lae'zel got hit by something and I was not paying attention what that is. What is Soul Echo? And why is it on Lae'zel right now? Okay, have I saved before? Or did I forgot? Oh, that's crazy. That's gonna put me so behind. I need Merzel to revive me. Either him or the Gits. I need one of them to revive me. Because otherwise it's gonna be hella bad. Keep in mind, Lae'zel gets revived by touching the pod. The pod is still here. Okay. No, it's not. I forgot. Early access Nautiloid does not have this pod. There is, however, the pod at the start. All the way back there. Okay. So you can use that to revive Lae'zel. There's also a pod in Shadowheart's room, if you can make it without Lae'zel. Heavily advised you don't go there without Lae'zel, though. You will need 2 characters. Because of the boar that's in the room, which is also causing people trouble. Okay, I need one of them to revive Lae'zel. Revive me. Right here. Come on, Merzel, do your thing. Of course he's not gonna do it. He needs to get rid of the boar, I believe, before he does that. Keep in mind, in 3 turns, if I don't die, I will get up, okay? And I will gain a little bit of HP. Not much, though. It's like 5% if I recall, so that's gonna be like 1 HP right now. It's 5, 25 or something? I don't recall. 5 or 25%, something like that. But if I die here, it's gonna be annoying. Here's hoping I don't die. Should be fine, as long as they get rid of the imps and the boar. It should be fine. Now keep in mind, the boar can summon more imps. He gets enraged, grows bigger, throws mud around, and summons mud mythics. Okay? Or mud imps, whatever you want to call them. I forgot what they're actually called. I think they're mud imps. Anyway, the point is, the boar is an actual threat. Okay? But, if I recall, if you have Thunder Wave, you can actually push the boar down. I don't recall exactly though, but I do believe I've showcased that at some point. You can push the boar. You cannot push Avatar of Mammon though. You need to let the fellas do their job. Okay? They're gonna start targeting fella, and they will ruin his HP bar soon-ish. Now, because I'm on Tactician, this is gonna take a while. Okay? Keep in mind, I'm dead currently. Because I was not paying attention to the game. So keep in mind and pay attention. I'm not entirely sure what the flip this is about, the soul echo thingy. I've never had this happen to me. So I'm not sure what's happened here. I might have lost Lae'zel because I moved before the combat started and I was too far away, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody knows, let me know. Again, I was not paying attention to the game because I was talking so much, so I don't actually know what happened to Lae'zel. Usually does not happen. Again, make use of the helpers. They are there for a reason. They provide a cinematic experience and the learning experience at the same time, because you are seeing all of these abilities being casted and you're kind of just learning what they do. Okay? If you've never seen a bunch of these, you get to see them now. Now what I want to test after I finish this battle is to see if I can make Avatar of Mammon and Meruzul into a custom hireling via the use of the custom hireling mod. Maybe Meru, maybe have a Boar as a custom companion. We'll see. I wonder if Meruzul is gonna attempt to push him. That's Shift S. This is Shift D. This is the non-thingy. This is Alt S. Okay. This, showing all of this, is Alt Hold. Unfortunately, it is a hold. I can't make it. At some point, there was a mod which, you know, was showing all of this. All of the naming and stuff. By the way, don't pick up the Sundering Dagger. It's gonna make the Gits be highly aggressive towards you. Do not do that. I've done it one time and I got murdered. Now, I should be getting up in 2 turns, which should help quite a bit. Of course, you're gonna heal there where I am not. Thank you. Now I can just get away. That's gonna help a little bit. So this is what I mean by let them do their thing. Okay, they do actually revive you at some point or help you get up. I don't recall if they have Revivify, any of them. But I'm sorry, did Mammon just hit Merum? What? That's never happened before. That has never happened before. That's not supposed to happen. I might have found a bug. Something might be touching Avatar of Mammon's faction thingy that I've set up. And let's just say Avatar of Mammon and Merum are not supposed to be aggressive towards each other or cause each other to have opportunity attack against each other. They're same faction. So normally, this does not happen. This has never happened before. Okay. If I recall, you cannot disarm Avatar of Mammon, but I could be wrong. This is a very hard fight, even under normal circumstances, by the way. So keep that in mind. This is made to be hard, okay? This is meant to be... Listen, at some point, I plan on making the actual Avatar of Mammon. This, not Avatar of Mammon. I was gonna say actual Mammon character. This is the Avatar, not Mammon himself, okay? So this is a weakened version, if you will. As you will see at the helm, there is an Avatar of Raphael, but he is weakened. Now, I do have a plot reason for why Avatar of Mammon is not in a weakened state, but not right now. I'm not gonna share that right now, because I actually do want to tell you guys something. If you all know how to use moon glasses and the toolkit and or Osiris scripting to create certain events, dialogue, scripts, and quests and stuff, and cutscenes, do let me know. Also, do let me know if you want to take part in the creation of Avernus. The ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul was my attempt at starting to create Avernus, but I don't really know what I'm doing, and I don't really have access to the Moon Glasses plugin anymore since patch 8. For whatever reason, the Moon Glasses plugin does not work any longer for me. I'm not sure why that is though, but it's not functional. It just crashes my toolkit whenever I load the mod, or any mod. So, if you wanna help me make that happen, there's also a disclaimer for this on the collection page. Right here. Please read all of that. I do actually want to make Avernus, an origin character for Meruzul, this fella. Set him up correctly with actual proper class setup. I do actually kind of need somebody to make me this custom head that I've created here, so maybe if you can help me make it for, you know, Dragonborn and Tav. This head is a combination of 3 or 4 heads. I forgot. I think it's 3. I don't remember exactly though. Might have been 4. The whole point is that I need somebody to make a custom head for me. Also need somebody to make it happen, the origin stuff. So if y'all wanna, you know, take part in the creation of all of that, let me know. I will help as much as possible. I just don't have access to make stuff myself, apparently, for whatever reason. Even though I would like to make Avernus myself. What I plan on doing is initially just make House of Sin. Not House of Sin, House of Greed. My bad. Okay, so House of Greed is what I want to make first. Okay, because we have House of Hope, made by Larian. For Raphael, I want to make House of Greed for Mammon, and we will see about the rest. The intention is to create Avernus and have a little something something related to the 7 deadly sins, okay? That was what I was planning anyway, but unfortunately, it never happened. I kind of want to hit dude, maybe speed up the process a little bit. So let's see if we can help. I do need to make sure he cannot jump me though. Because he does have Sarevok's stuff. And at some point, he will jump you. So this is stronger, okay? It says right there, blessed by deadlier honor mode. This entity is stronger, okay? The 5% is crazy. Fair enough. Okay. Woofa! Wait. The hell? Why? Why am I being hit here? Wait. I was hit by what? What the hell did 5 damage to me? Because it doesn't say. This is not normal, by the way. This is not something fella is doing by default. This is not something that he's doing from my mod, is what I'm trying to say. This is not something that he normally has. I do not recall giving him that, is what I'm trying to say. I know some of the boars have that, but he doesn't. And that should not have hit me. That was a ranged attack. It is what it is. Okay, he's gonna get absolutely destroyed by all of these. And we do not mind that one bit. Again, I want his amulet. So it helps me through the Nautiloid a little bit. And it helps me survive outside in the crash area. Now, because of how I have made the collection, at the crash site there's a bunch of stuff happening, including Karlach being there, okay? Now Karlach just so happens to be in the same exact area where Meruzul is, and she also happens to want to beat you up. So, Be careful. Also, Mirazul just so happens to be in madness at the crash site. There is a reason for that, but let's just say Mirazul is kind of supposed to be a Dark Urge character, okay? He's also supposed to be the main character fighting. I'm not gonna spoil any of my plans further. I'm gonna shut up now. He's supposed to be the main character of the stuff I was making, but never got there. If I ever get there, you will see what he's supposed to be. Now please die already, because it's taking a while and I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Come on. Hit him, dude. I do actually want him dead, because he has a rapier. He has an armor and the necklace. And we do want the necklace. The necklace is the one I care about the most. I don't believe I can make use of the rapier or the armor right now. Cool. Come on. I do actually want to make a custom hireling from Mirazul. I want to see if the game crashes or not, because that head only exists within my mod. So I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but I need somebody to make that custom head into an actual usable head for the characters, for Tav and for Dragonborn. So if you can do it, do it. Just make sure you credit me for the initial assets, I guess. Also Larian. Because it's their assets. Yeah, I just kind of, put them together like that. Come on. Die already. Oh my god, this takes a while. Tactician is rough, man. This takes forever. It do be like that, but he gone, finally. Okay, Lae'zel is gonna get revived a little bit. Again, do not touch this dagger. If you touch this, the Gits will murder you. I'm gonna save before I forget, before I randomly crash. It hasn't happened to me before. There's the rapier. He did actually get disarmed. There's the amulet. Okay, so it's 23 constitution. Okay, and there's the armor. Now this armor, oh my god. This is busted. I gave this to Shadowheart. This was extremely broken. I do believe this armor got changed. So that's not how the armor is in the mod initially. I do believe this might have been added by one of the Cambion mods. The clothing related to Cambions and House of Hope. I think. I'm not entirely sure. So something did change this. This was not the initial armor I gave Fella, if I recall. I could be wrong though, but this is how it looks. Kind of nice, right? Unfortunately, I can't really... I mean, I could make use of it, but I don't really want to. It's kind of broken. It's very strong. And it doesn't fit the current theme of the character. So I'm not gonna do that. Also doesn't fit Shadowheart's current theme. So I'm going back. I want to revive. There's the fella. They're all here, kind of sitting. Please don't crash. Ooh. Yeah, it does. Oof. It does happen. Welcome to Early Access Nautiloid and ToTF Nautiloid Overhaul combined. Lae'zel doesn't get revived here? That's crazy. He might be too far. Like, actually. I don't want to waste a Revify here, but... such is life. I need her. I'm down bad without her right now, so I kind of need her. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back. I do need to level up. I need to... Also, don't touch that. Again, it doesn't work. It's damaged, if you know what I mean. It does say damage restoration pod. Don't tell me it doesn't work. I know. That's the purpose of it anyway, to not work. Initially, I wanted it to work, but I couldn't get it to work, so I just repurposed it. So... Okay. Okay, sanguine adaptation seems nice. Thickened blood sounds nice too, but bloodletting focus maybe? Or do I go like this, just full tank? I might as well. Initially anyway. I think blood burst is fine. I'm just gonna keep that for now. Notice how we are level 3 already. Now, we got Blood Mage and Death Knight. Now, I'm pretty sure normally, the Exsanguinist is supposed to give you this on Death Knight and this on Blood Mage. Unsure what's actually happened, but this mod also starts Gale in Druid clothes. So for whatever reason, also it has been acknowledged by the mod author. For whatever reason, they did something, and for whatever reason, it just starts... I do believe this is also the reason why Korlak clothing, you know, it'd be like that. I'm not entirely sure. But again, you're supposed to have other clothing, but this works. It's fine. So I think I just stick to Blood Mage. Blood Moon. Concentration. Blood Step. Unoccupied Blood Pool. Not entirely sure if I want to do the Blood Pool. Rain of Blood. Does this make a blood pool, though? Surface of blood. I'm assuming so. I could just do this for movement purposes. I'm assuming this should be working. There is a reason why I'm doing that, okay? You do actually want options to be able to get away in the Nautiloid, okay? I'm gonna stick to default Alazel. And then right here, it doesn't really matter. Excuse the random helicopter noises, if you are hearing them. There might actually be a helicopter somewhere. I'm gonna go with Psy Warrior on Lazel. We got Psionic Jump from the race. Should be fine. So, I'm gonna move forward a little bit. Okay, I keep pressing shift. I'm sorry, I'm used to playing other games right now, so I'm used to pressing shift a lot to run. You don't need to press shift here. Now, this is where you meet Lazel. And while the game puts you down there, the intended way is to go around, okay? So right there. That is the intended way of playing Early Access Nautiloid. Now, while I could do that, I'm gonna show you guys the skip. Oh my god, this is annoying. Anybody knows how to fix this, let me know. I am pretty sure it's caused by native camera tweaks. Not 100% sure, but it can be fixed by just pressing scroll wheel and then just aggressively moving it up and down. It do be like that. Now, I'm gonna save right here before I show you guys the skip. I want to see if I can make Merozuli to a custom companion, and to do that, I will be using Mordenkainen's no, not that. Duplicator. Okay. Now, will my game crash? Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is even gonna work. So, I'll just hit proceed, I guess. Normally, it should work, but I'm not seeing fella, so I'm a little worried. Let's see if this works. Oh, it has actually worked. It has actually worked. That's crazy. To think the game does not crash. That is crazy, brother. Alright, fellas, we got Meruzul right here. Now, again, I really hope somebody, you know, takes the head that I have created through the use of multiple head meshes and gives me it. Okay? Because this would be awesome to have as an actual character. But I'm glad the game doesn't die from just, you know, having used the duplicator. Now, I don't actually plan on using this character, so I'm gonna ungroup. I'm gonna group Lae'zel with my other character. Man, please stay grouped. Thank you. Alright, again, I don't plan on using that character. He's just there. Because I wanted to see if it works, and it does work. Now, the other way, this is where you guys would normally climb up, okay? The other way to go about this, if you don't go on the side, is to jump up here. Notice how it's too high. Notice how it's still too high, but if you use this... Okay. Why is path interrupted? No, it's not. Let me jump. No, it's not. Let me jump. What the hell? There we go. Okay. You can jump all the way there. Alright? Now, unfortunately... Oh, never mind. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna walk backwards, okay? Now, this is still the way you go, okay? I'm gonna walk backwards a little bit to show you guys how you're actually supposed to play this. So, again, walking through this in reverse, this is the wall you gotta bust down, okay? Some mucous membrane. And then this is the actual way you're supposed to be taken, okay? From the front of the ship, the other side... Okay, see that? You go through there, you go inside, and you climb up here. There's another pod there, and then you climb through here, you go up here, and then you go around through here, and this is where you get. Alright? And then you come here, you bust down the wall, or the membrane, and then you jump. Which should normally be okay, but for whatever reason, I can't jump right now all the way there. Lae'zel can, however. And your other character will follow. Alright? Now. This might be a little annoying because I'm kind of low HP. Alright. Let's do this. This is the Boar. Now I'm gonna shift C to put my party into crouch mode. And what you can do is you can go wake up Shadowheart. Normally you can't do this, but in the collection you can. Normally you would have to fight for Shadowheart in the next room. Okay, and I'll show you what's in the next room after we deal with this. So let's just get Shadowheart out. Okay. Now, while crouching is an option, fighting the Boar is also one. It does take a little bit of tweaking your gameplay though. Playstyle even.
The console hums to life. Suddenly, then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you.
Did I just fail? I might have failed.
Fury
I might have failed. Yes, it is. Oh, I'm in combat. Is this why I failed? That's crazy. Is this because the stupid devourer? Might be. Could be. I might be cooked here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the Yankee force jump. Psionic jump. And this is where stuff gets tricky. Because fella can jump over. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to sit back. Now one of us might maybe possibly die. I'm still hidden on the main character. I have a Misty Step in here. I also have the Blood Step. Now, not every class has access to these, but you can just take a class with Sanctuary, for example, and just, you know, move on with your life. Ignore Shadowheart entirely. Or do the same thing. I'm gonna try a little something here. Okay? Now this is a bonus action. This is also a bonus action. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna see how far I can go without fella noticing me. Should be fine. Okay, I can't really jump there, so I'm just gonna use this. Okay, now, alternatively, you can do what I've just done with Lae'zel Psionic Jump and get here. Okay? I did not end my turn, but game has decided otherwise. Come on. Okay, that is rather annoying. That is crazy annoying, though. Okay. As long as Lae'zel makes it there, we are good, though. And I'll show you why, but I need fella to come back. Which is rather annoying. Now, what I could do is open the other room, but I'm not gonna do that. And I advise you against that. Because there's another hard fight. Hard is an understatement. There's another hard fight in that room. There are 3 Illithids and 3 Cambions in that room, fighting each other. I'm sorry, what? Okay, that's never happened before. Oh my god, Tactician. Tactician is crazy, man. What is this nonsense? Okay, so he just straight up killed Nazaroth, which is my other character, and then Lae'zel just got dumped on. That's crazy. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not making it out alive. Not with my other character dead like that. Do I hope? Nope. Nope, we did. Nah, we actually cooked. Okay, I'm gonna have to reload again. I have made some mistakes. Get used to reloading your save on Tactician. Okay? You might have noticed how I got one shot on both characters. Again, Tactician. Also, they are high-level enemies. Intended for this area, believe it or not, because I based everything off of Commander Volk. I just made sure he is not the final boss of this tutorial anymore. Because I felt like Zolk was a little too... meh. He does have a cute sword, though. So maybe get that. Now, let's see if we can figure out the actual way of passing properly through the area. Which is to make use of Lae'zel. Let's see if we can even do that. Now, unfortunately, Shadowheart does not seem to want to become available, so what I'm gonna attempt is to use Lae'zel to just jump in there. Okay, now as long as I can open the door, should be fine. Huh. I have a Rain of Blood, so let me try to see what happens. Has that gotten rid of Scorching Aura? That's kinda nice. Okay. Again, keep in mind I've never played with this. So this mod is a little weird to me. Should be fine though. I do have a summon apparently, so I'm gonna use it. Make use of everything you have. Don't be afraid to use everything you have. Okay? I'm just gonna use this to attempt to distract. Open the door. Walk through. There's this fella. Make use of fella. Fella is strong. Fella will help. Now as long as Lae'zel doesn't get one shot, we good. So what I want to do is get out of the way. Okay? Now hopefully the boar does not decide to walk backwards and one-shot me. But it could happen. Now maybe if I put the imp forward, it might help a lot. What I want to do is make use of the bow. Unfortunately, I don't think I have all that much range with the bow. Can't really shoot all the way there. Hopefully I hit this. Okay, I missed, but let's see if we can make the boar attack us and not the other character. Sting, invisibility. You know, let me use Sting. Okay. And this one has Misty Step. I'm just gonna Misty Step with him there. Okay. Had me a little worried. As long as I get the boar in the range of Michael Jackson, we good. Yes, he's based on Michael Jackson. That was quite a while back ago. Don't judge. Okay, that boar just Misty stepped on me. If you know what I mean. Okay, we got Michael Jackson in the fight, if you know what I mean. Give me a sec. Right, now, this fella here will help you get rid of the boar more easily, okay? you might have noticed. This is not as hard as a lot of people would like you to believe that I've played this mod. This mod is quite easy if you know what you're doing. Now, do keep in mind I am the author of the mod, so... yeah, I kinda know what I'm doing. Which is why I've recommended multiple playthroughs through the Nautiloid to people. So you get the idea of what you're supposed to be doing, you know? It just be like that. Now, is this a 1 or a 2? It's a 1, okay. Because I know some of them had 2. Evolved, controlled, change. What? Evolved, controlled, changed? What does that even mean? Hello? Alright, let me touch you though. Fair enough. Fair enough. Inflict magical bleeding. I might as well just make him bleed. Fair enough. Don't touch that board, it's gonna die on its own, okay? You might have noticed it had, you know... you'll know when you read it, but the point is... Avatar of Mammon and Avatar of Raphael, they don't get along too well. Okay? And these boars... well, that boar was from Legion of Avernus. This boar is Mammon's Black Boar, which is not from Legion of Avernus. Now, while there are a couple of Legion of Avernus boars with Avatar of Mammon's boar, not all boars are friendly. Now let me get away. I gotta go. May I jump to safety? Now that does get rid of the, you know, the Lae'zel cutscene for a little bit, but it should be fine. I don't mind having this imp. It does help just a little bit. Not much though, but a little bit does help. Okay. How is the bleed? Should be fine. Is this a bleed for 1 damage or 1 turn? 1 damage for 1 turn. Make him bleed harder. I did a little something. Oh, I self-healed. Through what? Not exactly sure what healed me. I might need to read more on what this actually does. Blood healing. Exsanguinists will heal every time a creature takes damage from magical bleeding. Oh wait, that's busted. That's kind of nice. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So where the boar at? I think the boar got. Yes, that would be fact. The boar got. Okay, so there's the boar gone. So we go back. Hello? Okay, for some reason I couldn't click. Alright, so the boar got. The imp is here. This other boar is gonna get got right now. Apparently not. We'll make him bleed again. Give me them heals. Decent. Keeping me decently healthy. He's not that bad. Alright. Michael has healed Lae'zel. Again, keep in mind, I'm not using the improvised hireling. Which again is kind of cool that I can use the mod to make Merazul into a hireling. You've seen how to use it, so... You can actually change the class, by the way. It's nice that I got healed without having to use the pod. I don't recall if this pod regens. Not all pods regen, if I recall. Nice hit. Nice. Good. Now let's see if we can get Shadowheart out of the pod. I do believe I may have entered combat randomly. Yes. Was a random combat start because of the stupid little brain. I don't know if I want to make this a full playthrough, so do let me know if you want to see the entirety of the game using this character. Okay. Shadowheart is out. Now you're gonna be seeing my version of Shadowheart, which is the optional mod that's gonna be in the next revision. Which is a mod that I have made way back when I started, you know, making the collection initially. Notice she has a spear. Notice the different clothing. And notice how, well, her aspect in general is being kept. But she is now a disciple of Shar, or a devotee of Shar, as the mod likes to call itself nowadays. Shadow fart. Alright, let's level up Shadowheart. Okay, notice how she's got some cute stuff. Okay, she's gonna start as a Fidelian devotee of Shar. She's a servant of Shar nowadays. Like, actually. So if you want this version of Shadowheart, you will need to install the optional mod I'm gonna have in the next revision. Okay? Alternatively, you could ask for it right now. I could share it on Discord. Again, this is something that I've made, so it's fine to share on Discord. It's my files. I've made it myself. We do this, we do this, we do this, we keep Dissonant Whispers, we add... Armor, Ray of Sickness, and Tasha's Laughter. Level 3. I kind of want to take Necrotic Ray, but at the same time Cloud of Daggers, I know it's kind of nice. But I could get Knock, which does help quite a bit. You know, I'm gonna get Knock. And I've noticed for a fact that some of these don't always work as intended, so I'll get darkness and dark vision. Does kind of work with the theme that I'm going. Let's just put them like this. And then I have invisibility, but I think I take Necrotic Ray instead. Because I just like it more. Or I could go with silence. It's not gonna help me much though. Invisibility does not help, I think. Yeah, it doesn't help because if I recall, because it says takes an action, bonus action is damaged, interacts, casts spell. I do believe this also goes away if I move, but I'm not entirely sure. I know some invisibility spells go away if you move. So I don't really like going with invisibility. Now I'm gonna just accept this, okay? Now this is my version of Shadowheart. So if you want to play with this... okay, I'm not gonna bother with Meruzul. We don't need and or want him. So I'm gonna just, you know, make him go away soon. For the purposes of the video. Now, this is how she starts, okay? 8 strength, 14 dex, 12 con, 10 int, 17 wisdom, 15 charisma. These are her stats, okay? She's also getting Acolyte, Hexarray from one of the mods, which touch on the feats. Did I not select? What? I'm confused. Wait, it's not showing there, but it's showing here. That's weird. Anyway. Alright. This fella, he is helpful. He will help you a lot. Especially now that he's here. Now, based on his positioning, you may or may not make use of him more than intended. Now, for right now, based on his current positioning, I will make use of him in this fight, okay? Now, again, she has Sorcerer Robes, Circlet, which does nothing, and then she got Spear +2. And with these stats, she can actually hit with the basic attack, okay? With her default attack, she can now actually do something. Now, keep in mind, because Shadowheart is now what she is, we no longer have access to Sanctuary, unless it's Long Rest related, okay? So she doesn't have Sanctuary as a normal spell anymore. Okay. I kind of lost a little bit of experience here already, but I feel like going in right now should be fine. Some of these quasits died, which means a little bit less experience. Unfortunately, Rudeus here is extremely strong with his Cloud of Daggers. So if he's allowed to maintain concentration, it's bad for us. Fortunately, making him lose said concentration is gonna be rough for us. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the Cloud of Blood right on top of them. Good old Rain of Blood right here. And that's gonna probably set us up for some stuff. I might have to Embrace of the Fallen here, but I don't really want to do that right now. Not just yet. Shadowheart and Lae'zel, I don't entirely know what to do with you here. Unfortunately, the telekinetic movement does not help here one bit, because there's nothing to move. But this is what I've chosen to play, so I'm gonna stick with it. God, what the hell? I'm sorry, do you all just have this? What the hell kind of cringe-ass stuff has any of these mods given you in Tactician? What the hell? There's gotta be the slightly deadlier. That is crazy, by the way. I hate that. I actually hate that. What is hitting me back, brother? Somebody let me know if you figure it out. Again, this is the first time that I actually touched Tactician. Also, these are my NPCs. So I know for a fact they don't have these by default. But that makes it extremely annoying because I got hit for a lot. I got hit for 17 for no reason. So if I do this, will I still get hit for 17 for no reason? What if I make him blind? Unfortunately, I think Rudius is the one that's gonna... yeah, he's gonna benefit the most, right? I can't really do that. Dilemma. I could Dissonant Whisper. It's 51. This is unreachable. 51 is too little, though. We need to get rid of... Is that 55? Why is it saying unreachable? What the hell? Okay, I'll just... Please touch him. Nice. Nice. And he's afraid for a little bit. Also, I got Beckoning Darkness. But... how is this area not obscured lightly? I know there's a little bit of light here, but still. Anyway. Normally, Shadowheart would be able to make use of Armor of Blazing Light. But I believe this Shadowheart cannot. Yes. So this Shadowheart, because she's a servant of Shar, you know, with the new class, she cannot make use of this armor. So if you want a more balanced playthrough, kinda, use her like that, with my mod. If you want the other version, then use her as a cleric, and then just dump the Armor of Blazing Light on top, and then use Dawnbringer's Wrath, which is busted, by the way. Also, if you use a character that can use that, it's just incredibly strong, so make use of it as often as you can. Just don't shy away from stuff. I'm gonna do this. If I can kill off Rudius first, that's fine by me, because believe it or not, Rudius is actually the strongest of the three Cambions here because of his stupid Cloud of Daggers. Okay? Just get rid of that. Also, you can become an avatar, okay? And then you get to experience all of the cutscenes from all of the angles, okay? Now, I could do this, but I might just have to, because 80% is crazy. Maximum damage is even crazier. Yeah, that's good damage right there. As long as fella doesn't fly towards me and Cloud of Dagger all of my fellas, we good. It should be fine. There's two Illitids right there and one there. Surely he doesn't fly towards me. He might. He's been prone to do that. Oh my god. See, this is what I was afraid of. Cloud of Daggers straight on top of me. And I do believe this is gonna kill me next turn. Which is crazy, but... luckily, Lae'zel is out of range. It's still incredibly annoying, though. Because this Cloud of Daggers is very, very bad news. Also, sitting in the middle without moving shouldn't cause you to take damage. That is something that I wish Larion did to Cloud of Daggers and spells like these. Like if it's a tornado, if you're in the eye of the tornado, you shouldn't be taking damage. So just sit there and not move, but... as it is, Cloud of Daggers, as you might have noticed, is extremely busted, yo. Can I? I can. Okay, the one purpose this move has right now is very, very nice. May I use it again? I don't think I can. I do gain an extra action, though, so I'm gonna... okay, I can. Okay, I'm just gonna get fella out of there, too. Okay, see, Lae'zel has a purpose. That's nice. I'm gonna just go back. Keep Lae'zel alive, just in case, so. Now, what I want to do is run backwards, because if the Mind Flayers die, it's bad. If they stay alive, that's good. These Mind Flayers will not be aggressive towards you. Okay, he has moved Cloud of Daggers. That's nice. Okay. I need the mind flayers to start doing their job. Like now. Okay, okay, that's good, that's good. He's gonna have to cast it again. Now, believe it or not, I might actually still be cooked here. So I'm gonna at least save Nazaroth. And then I'm gonna move a little bit further back. Now, if they start chasing, I'm gonna get this fella in combat. This fella, I've made him to not move for these purposes. To help you here, and to help you with the boar, and, believe it or not, when you go at the Helm area, and the Cambions, the backup Cambions, show up, they will get stalled by this fella, and you can actually beat them. You can actually literally beat everything on the Nautiloid. I've made sure of that. May I do this? I got 1 HP. Potentially extremely bad. So I'm gonna go backwards a little bit. Please don't have this fella dagger me. I keep pressing shift. Okay, okay. Okay. That could have been bad. Come on. Okay. I'm unsure why... Okay, never mind. I was looking at Alizora accidentally. I thought the Illitids had Servant of Asmodeus, which is not something that I've done. I don't recall if I'm the one who gave them Servant of Asmodeus, but... should be fine. Alright, let's make him bleed, or attempt to, anyway. Now, luckily, I can just do this. I do have the summon. Yeah, I'm just gonna back off a little bit. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, Silezel is good here. This is gonna save me. Yeah, the psionic thingy helps a lot. So again, it's just a matter of how you decide to play, what classes you pick, what spells you choose. Just again, keep in mind that you do actually have to think about your actions. Believe it or not. Thinking is actually advised. I know a lot of people don't like to think. It's a lot of brain computational power, but you know, you gotta think, man. You can't just be going in guns blazing all the time. Makes for an unfun experience, especially when it's supposed to be tactical. Okay? Oh, okay. Blur. Alizora doing the blur. Let me get rid of the nonsense. Okay, now let's see if we can make use of this fella to fly towards Reduce and maybe sting him in the cheeks. Wait. 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 I can summon another one with the imp? Since when? Oh, I really thought. Okay, I really thought, but it did give me a little bit of extra movement. I guess. I really thought, though. I'm not gonna lie. Man, see, that's a little bit annoying. But it's fine. Where is Shadowfart? Hello? Oh, she dead in the room. My bad. I forgot about her. Okay, I still have this. Where is you, Shadowfart? Invalid target. Why? Because she did? Does she not count as an ally because she's a corpse? Is that how it's gonna be? Fair enough. I'm just gonna wait here. I'm gonna wait for the Illitids to do their job. And then... I just realized pressing shift is telling you if the area is obscured or not. Notice the little sun. That's me holding shift. Notice it's half a sun, or, you know, half full sun. That means it's lightly obscured. Kinda nice to know. I never knew, by the way. I'm 400 hours in this game. I never knew. I don't read everything either. Okay, who did? Okay, that's Mageras. She gone? This fella looking nice when he has True Strike on him. Those effects are kind of cool. Okay. I can't really... Is there a way for me to bypass the stupid odd thing? Will I lose the imp here? Surely not. Okay. I'm gonna hit Alizora with a sting? Question mark? Where's my sting? Okay, it got changed. Okay, we sit in right here. And then we're probably gonna be going back and forth between the rooms, but should be fine. We got some scrolls in here. Keep those in mind. I'm gonna just stop right here. Again, I'm gonna let the Illitids do their thing. If for some reason Rudeus here doesn't die, normally he's the one beating the Mind Flayers, but because of how this played out earlier, I think the Mind Flayers actually win for once. Normally the Cambions are the ones winning this fight, and I have to pull back. Okay, may I... Okay, Lae'zel. How do I... Okay, will she wake up? Surely she's in range. She's not in range, that's crazy. Oh my god, that is crazy. And I can't drag her body for some goddamn inexplicable reason. I can't... Wait. Why are you allowing me to use this now? I'm so confused, game. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this twice. Is it because I was too far and it just decided not to allow me to use this? I can't see. Come on, Psy Warrior. Lae'zel doing her thing. Okay, surely she gets revived here. I have revived Lae'zel like this before. There we go. Helpful. What I don't like is that we don't get psionic energy die back from using the pod. Again, the intended way of saving Shadowheart initially was to have you fight the Cambions here. Notice how it's on fire. Yeah, that's something I did. The initial thing was to have you fight the Cambions here, and each of them has stuff. Okay? Okay. Alizora having the most stuff of them all. Now I kinda wanna... I'm gonna do something else. There we go. Kinda want everything on my main character here. I don't take the thing. I don't want the reach clock, but I do want the pots. Pots are useful. I'm gonna take the fall of thingy. And then... notice how the chest is not here anymore, okay? Now, initially, the tutorial chest is here, and you're supposed to be fighting the Cambions for the chest and to save Shadowheart, okay? That was the initial plan, but somewhere along the way, I've decided for the collection to not have that as the initial plan anymore. But if you want to experience that way of playing the game, you can. By simply just playing without the full collection, just play with, you know, with the Nautiloid mod, and that's it. Shut up! Stop arguing. Let's go. Alright, again, keep in mind, we don't really have access to Sanctuary anymore. So, we're going in.
Despite everything.
Alright, I'm gonna skip the cutscene.
Do it.
Okay, now here's where the fun begins. See this fella? He should be dying fast because I have weakened him. Notice the name. But if you step in that, you die. Now luckily, I have given you a Sussy Flare. You might notice who this is by now. Anybody that has played my mod might have figured him out by now, but we have now a Mind Watcher here because of Deadlier Honor mode that is fighting Lieutenant Saraith. Also because of Deadlier Honor mode. And I do believe Deadlier Honor mode may be adding some other stuff. This is why I had to lower Avatar of Raphael's HP, by the way. I had to weaken him because he is extremely strong otherwise. And he would not have died under normal circumstances. But if somehow you die to Avatar of Raphael, your gameplay is gonna get extremely interesting. I'm gonna let you figure out why if that happens. Normally it shouldn't. Under normal circumstances it shouldn't, but if it does happen, you're gonna get a cute little passive, which is gonna have you find Raphael, actually, believe it or not. Now I do believe he's gonna die here pretty fast, but I could be wrong. Again, I've never played the collection on Tactician. This is the first time. Oof. Okay, there's Zolk. There's Lieutenant Saraith and the Mind Watcher. There's the Kandru. Yes, that's another one of my NPCs. Then up here, we got these blowies. They're gonna blow you up. And then we got some boars here. Good old Masmodius and Amazius. Yes. Couple of mind flares. We got we too, and ourselves. Also ourselves too. Also my NPCs. I thought I'd be cute with the naming for those, because they just kind of make sense, considering us, if you know what I mean. Now again, I could have made use of this other character, but for the purposes of the video, I'm not gonna make use of him. I want to showcase the fact that you can actually just finish this without being cheaty. And again, using all the classes, subclasses, and races is recommended. That's the intended way of playing the collection, so don't shy away from stuff. The intended way also means you can and should be utilizing the stuff to roleplay, you know, from the chest. The initial chest in the initial room. I know for a fact a lot of people like to use those. So I've given it to you in the initial room because a lot of people like to do that. I have started to take a liking to that too. A liking, my bad. I suddenly can't speak anymore. Might have spoken too much as it is. I gotta get rid of them. They got blessed. Alright. Let me give myself some temp hit points. And then have Shadowheart go right here. And then this is lightly obscured. I'm gonna just do this. Beckoning Darkness makes the boar take some damage because it's lightly obscured area.
Time to strike.
Sure, let's just do this. Now, because of how this has played out, I'm gonna do this even though normally I wouldn't. Now this just blows up the stuff there, the ship. Now this fella is still here, so when the cambions come, I kind of want to have access to them, so I'm gonna sit Lazel there, because I want to squeeze out as much experience as possible. I need to save. So I'm gonna save next turn. Oofa. Okay, I'm gonna save next turn. Hopefully I don't crash. I haven't experienced any sort of crashing, by the way, except for when I played Dreadlord and clicked on the totem. That crash was fixed by removing Tactician Enhanced. Okay. Again. You can fix that by removing Tactician Enhanced. Oofa. Frame drops. Again, if you like my visuals and would like to have them, XRF Equilibrium, you can find it on the Reshade page. Pretty sure that's been linked on the collection page, and I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the pinned comments on Discord as well. This is my personal Reshade and what I suggest everybody use on the collection. If you want to have the same graphics, that is. Might be time I bleed the boar for a little bit. And then I kind of wish I had, you know, it's fine. It'll be fine. So I bleed the boar, I hit the other. And then what does this do? Apply and manipulate your opponent with your crimson threads. I have one thread of binding. Interesting. What exactly does this do? Okay, go prone. What? Oh. Oh, so I could use this for ally. Nope, never mind. What? I can't target nothing, man. What do you mean? What is the use of the... Oh, it's for objects. Then... What? This should have specified that it's for objects. Man, I hate it when the freaking explanation for abilities or items and what they do is obscured. It's just weird, man. Why is this unable to... Hello? You command the target threaded... How am I... I see. So I just use this first and then... Is that how it works? That's annoying. That is actually annoying. The fact that I gotta do two abilities to cast one, basically. That is actually annoying. But fair enough. At least he's prone. He's gonna be less annoying. I forgot to save. Okay, I'm gonna save on Lazel's turn start or Shadowheart turn start. I need to save, because if I don't, then I crash. It's gonna be annoying. Nice. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff happening over here. Okay. He's not dead yet. Avatar of Raphael, that is. He's 69 HP. Nice. Okay. He was gonna go for Lazel, but decided not to. Fair enough. I can actually make use of Lazel here. I don't need to go backwards more, but sitting here in the door is gonna allow me to get instant access to those cambions and the fight. We do have a bunch of enemies in here, and this is very good, in my opinion, for the tutorial. You get to experience a whole lot of abilities, okay? Like, this is what I intended. you get to see a whole lot of abilities and what they do. Like, for example, Avatar of Raphael is a Cascade of Souls. This is strong. Okay, that's late game stuff. Same for the black holes. Nice sleep, but I would like it more if you would stop sleeping people and actually blow them up instead. What is the counter doing? I need to stop pressing shift, but I'm so used to doing it that, you know, it's just annoying. Did Mind Flare get, you know, I think he has. Where the flare? Did the flare actually get ruined? Keep in mind, the longer the Mind Flare... I think it's this one. The longer the Mind Flare and Commander Zog stays alive, the better, okay? But if they do die, some of these NPCs, like the Counter here and this Illitids, maybe, will start being a little twitchy. They should be okay next turn. They should. Emphasis on the should. But ideally, they, you know, stay alive as long as possible. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna just do this.
Time to strike.
And then we shoot him in the back. I don't know if that counts as backstab, but it should. It's gonna get real annoying if I can't get everybody in combat properly. And if the Illitids start combat with us faster, and I do mean with us, not the little guy, then it's gonna be rather annoying. Nice bleed. That's a double bleed right there. Good. Nice, nice. We get a heal, we get some damage. Okay, let's check the detonators. He's gonna blow himself up real quick soon. Right here, probably. Oh, Zog is cooked. He can't fight that one. That's a cute little fella from Deadlier Honor mode. Okay, the Counter has actually joined the fight for once. Sometimes he just dies and ends up twitching, but if he joins the fight, he's not gonna twitch so much. Ooh, that is bad news for me. He's getting real close, though. He's never been this close to me. I never gave him the chance. But that might be bad, unless he goes to sleep. Okay. Alright. I like how he's not killing off Avatar of Raphael, which could lead to some cute nonsense happening. Listen, if by any chance any of my characters die to Avatar of Raphael, we're in for a treat. Okay? It's gonna make the story rather interesting, I believe. Unless he just dies right off the bat, right here. Which could happen. Okay, he's cooked. He is cooked. He's not surviving until he kills me, that is. But he survived longer than usual on Tactician, so that's a plus. At least you get to experience what he does. Kinda, but he gotta sleep a lot, so, you know. He likes to take naps because... Oh, he's gone. Yep. He got by Ufa. Okay. He got by one of the Mind Flayers. Is what I've seen in here. That would be this one right here, I believe. Can't see him. I don't like that I can't see him. I need to be able to access the body. I believe it should be right here, but I can't see it for some goddamn inexplicable reason. Now, all of these Mind Flayers are not as low as I would have liked them to be. They're gonna turn on us soon. Fortunately, Zolk is still alive, and the Counter is in combat, which is gonna be helpful. I'm gonna hit you with this.
Victory awaits.
I'm not gonna hit the boar, I'm gonna hit the quasi instead. Because the boar is guaranteed that. What the hell? Okay, the boar is guaranteed death. I need this. I don't really understand what's hitting me back. Is it the burning? For whatever reason? I don't understand. Oh, it's the servant of Asmodeus. That's cringe. Very cringe. It'd be like that, I guess. So don't crit. Okay. Let's just do this. So then I get double bleeds. Double healing. Okay, he hits me for 2, I heal for 4, and he gets got. Ooh, whoa. Chill. Okay. So they got fixed immediately. Alright. Ooh, I'm a little worried. I don't think Michael Waxon is in combat. Because he's all the way back there. I think he got bypassed. Which means I'm in trouble. I am actually in a little bit of trouble. But because the Cambions are there and Lae'zel is there, I am already in combat with the Cambions. The Mind Flayers have not turned on me, so there's a little tip for you guys. And then it immediately fixed... not this one. It immediately fixed the counter was twitching and the other Quasit right here that was twitching. Okay? So there's a little tip for you guys, I guess. Also unsure what the flip summoned the Earth Elemental. Might be Lieutenant Sarait or Mind Watcher? Question mark? I'm not sure. Anyway, I gotta start moving. Like fast.
I will ascend.
So, Lae'zel. Gotta get here. And I will have to psionic jump next turn. Yeah. I could use the potion, but I don't plan to right now. Okay. They're gonna start synaptic consuming each other. Which is gonna get cute. This is this slightly obscure? It is. No, it's not. No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Alright. I need to get rid of those. I need to get rid of those now. Otherwise, I might be cooked. Pick up. Pick up. Nice. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rain of blood in here. Right here. Okay. So I'm gonna just do this. Oh, he already had 2 bleeds. My bad. It's fine. I'm just wasting HP. Okay, we still got this blower. If you know what I mean. And we still have the Mind Watcher, which is gonna help us a little bit. I do believe this Earth Elemental got summoned by Lieutenant Sarait dying? Question mark? Because she was the one that was summoning the Fire Elemental in earlier versions of Deadlier Honor mode. Which I hated, by the way. And a lot of people have, because that Fire Elemental was very, very poorly made. He had too much of everything. He was doing too much. Okay. I'm actually gonna get to kill the counter off for once. That's kinda cute. Now I'm noticing the timer hasn't started just yet, but it should. Or maybe it shouldn't. I don't remember. I might be fine here. I might just be fine. Come on. I think the timer gets started by moving forward. Maybe. And I haven't moved forward just yet. Ooh, that's 20, that's bad. Shadowfell 20, that's real bad. Dissonant Whisper 55 is decent. Make him afraid, make him scared. Nice. Moving up. I might actually want to Sanctuary somebody. Can I Sanctuary somebody else? I can. I'm gonna Sanctuary myself. You know what I mean? Ooh, when'd you get here? Hello? Can I psionic energy telekinetic movement myself? Is that a thing? Let me try. See, this is what I like in games like this. Exploring options. Am I able to... Wait. Oh, I thought... That's so sad. Why am I unable to telekinetic movement myself 9 meters away? I should be able to. Somebody get on that. Anyway. Man. Okay, let's get out of here. Woofa. And I need to get out of there too. This is bad. Okay. And then dash. And I kind of need to get close to the party. This is a ritual. Which means I kind of need to be close-ish to the people. And then what I need to do is to start thinking about, you know, going forward. But, I did accidentally. Okay, I did accidentally go there. Oop, ourselves too. And we have entered the combat again. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna save. So let's make sure we sit here and then we save. Just in case so. Luckily, nothing has happened so far. Whew, frame drops. God damn. It do be like that. Keep in mind, the front of the Nautiloid is a different area from the middle and the back of the helm area. The front of the helm area is a different area, okay? From the middle and the back. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, is all I'm gonna say. Okay. Let me just get there.
Don't waste a step.
I know this could be bad, but should be fine. Okay, when the counter dies, I do believe I'm gonna have to fight the Mind Flayers. This is what I kind of want to reach. Like, I'm intentionally dragging it out at this point. We are 2 hours in, so I might as well just showcase all of the stuff you can do. I did kind of skip the front of the Nautiloid though, but anyway, do that yourselves. It's already 2 hours plus. I'm just showing you guys that you can do it. It is possible. You just gotta be patient. You gotta strategize a little bit, not just go in guns blazing expecting not to die. Is what I'm saying. Again, this is Tactician, so it's currently highest difficulty aside from Honor mode, yes? Okay, what is we doing? We're just flying around for no reason. Just get in there, man! They don't want to move. Oh no. Okay, that's crazy. Crazy. I should be fine though. Okay. I just want to get closer to make sure I can jump, okay? Because we want to use this. I actually think I could just straight up jump there, but if I do that, I'm gonna probably die. I'm gonna just, you know, I'm gonna attempt. Now, when I could go away, I need Avatar of Raphael's stuff, so I'm not gonna. He's got a bunch of stuff on him that I kind of want, and you want it too, my opinion. There's that Cambion. Now, unfortunately, because good old Michael Waxon is turned, he does not see the Cambions coming in. So he can't really join the fight right now. But normally, he does join the fight. He normally doesn't really leave the room, so... yeah. Okay, I think I should be able to. There we go. God Slayer. Helldusk Armor. Amanistra the Cursed Blade. Now, I do believe I've only given him the armor. Both swords are not from my mod. He does have the diary, he does have the soul coin and the infernal iron. He does have the gold and the great sword. Don't recall giving him the rings. But, yeah. Alright, so at this point, this is basically kind of done. I do have a Misty Step, so I'm gonna do this. Since I do have access to it, might as well. I wish I could do this on anybody, but it's fine. The Countru has a Myrmidon sword. Good old Myrmidon sword, Oofa. Yeah, Shadowheart is cooked. Let's get rid of the nonsense. Alright, this fella, what is you doing? Let me go cinematic mode. Yeah! Yeah! He put him to sleep. You want to see him up close? Wait. Alright, let's get rid of this. And then, yeah, baby! Look at that! Look at that! Good old friendly helper. He's gonna remain friendly. For a reason. He is supposed to be somebody. And if you haven't figured out by now, well then maybe you should be playing the game more. I do believe anybody that hasn't finished the game doesn't know why he's suspicious. So you might consider finishing the game. I do believe the counter is cooked. So we should be fine. I like how I don't have a timer, but they still very annoying. I don't really recall why I don't have a timer. Last time I played, I did have a timer. I think it's only for Tactician, but it should be fine. I don't have the range, do I? Alright, let's get Shadowheart out of his reach. Boom. Oh, that's so funny every time. Just the smack on the floor. Okay, we will be fighting the toads as well. I know for a fact a lot of people might have trouble with the toads, and I know for a fact a lot of people might have trouble with the area where Merazul is at. Yes. Do I want to fight further? There's really no point here other than getting some experience, and if you look at my levels, I'm already leveled up to level 4, which I do believe is enough, because you're gonna be getting a heck of a lot of encounters in the game. What happens here is when the Cambions die, for the purposes of the video, I'm gonna speed this up, because we are already past 2 hours. When the Cambions die, all of them, the Mind Flayers become aggressive towards you, and this Sussy Flayer will start helping you, okay? He's gonna blow them up. But ideally you leave before that, because otherwise it gets annoying. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna leave. Okay, now I'm gonna skip the cutscene, and for the purposes of the video and to show you guys what to do, I'm gonna be playing through the crash site area, because it's a little bit annoying. And it does require you to be level 4, kinda. I have finished this on level 2, just to let you know. Unbalanced, not Tactician though. I also played through this on level 4, unbalanced. I haven't abused much stuff, except for that one armor. Which is kinda strong, and it does help quite a bit. But otherwise, I'm gonna show you guys what to do if you are unaware of how Deadlier Honor mode works. Okay? Come on, just load up already. There is a bunch of cute stuff in the game which needs to be explored, but for that, you need to install all of the optional mods. And I do recommend you install all of them. They're cute content additions. Very cute content additions, yes. It does add quite a bit to the overall experience of the collection. Come on, load up already. Yeah, the loading is gonna take a while depending on how fast your SSD is. If you don't have an SSD, do not even consider this collection. Please. It's gonna be incredibly slow, and it might not even function. Asset load is a pain. Now, I do have this character here, and do I want to make use of good old Ner'zhul? You know what? Not really. Let's keep him here, okay? Let's get Shadowheart. Assets haven't loaded properly just yet. Come on. Come on. Slowly but surely. Here we go. Here we go. Wake her up.
You're alive.
I like this character that I made.
Alive. True.
Okay, don't matter. We made it.
I
Okay, now what? Stay together. Alright. Okay, we skip all of that. We level up immediately. Okay, immediately level up. Because otherwise it's gonna get really annoying. Really, really, really annoying. So, what exactly do I want to do here? I think all of this nonsense is still good. This applies magical bleeding. We got blood stab, which is good. This also inflicts magical bleeding. This is a beam. Crimson light beam. I know what this is, but I know what that was based on, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so my constitution is low, but we don't care about that. What I could do is go 24 Actually, I can't. I just remembered you cannot do that. It just sets it to 23. What is this again? Okay, should be fine, should be fine. Do I go Warcaster? Sure. Let's go Warcaster, it's fine. I don't really have anything in mind right now. Warcaster 2024. Interesting. Let's go... I might consider, because we do have level 20 in the collection, I might consider a Paladin something combination with this. We'll see. Actually, it's Paladin Constitution, I forgot. Cleric then. Or something. Warlock. Yes, my bad. Warlock is Charisma. My bad. I forgot. Okay, we got Ray of Shade. You know, this is good. This is also good. I'm gonna do this. Ray of Shade is fine. I don't take Enthrall. I will take Cloud of Daggers, though. I feel like that's good. Actually, concentration spell for that one would be better. Yes. Now, I could give Shadowheart here something. But I don't really want to do that. She's a servant of Shar. Shall we keep her in the darkness, if you know what I mean? She's gonna be in the dark. We do this, maybe? I gave her 18 wisdom? Mm-mm. No, let's not do that. Do I want to do this? Let's give her athletics. Let's give her stealth. And then acrobatics. Why not? I'm tempted for lone wolf. If you know what I mean. There's a cute Mora scene related to wolf and to Shadowheart. I don't know if I should add it. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know. Let me know how you feel about it. Wait. One ability of your choice is increased by 1. Where is my ability of choice? Hello? Me confused? Where is that one ability of my choice? Hello? Somebody forgot. Okay, I guess I'm not using that one. Let's not do this. What is... Sure, let's go lightly armored. Why not? Let's give him some extra dicks. Actually, should I? I could go Warlock or something. Give her more charisma. Let's go Eldritch Prodigy. Is there something? I forgot if there's something that gives me... you know... double charisma. What is this? I could just go one more wisdom and just go cleric. Aftershock? Mystic focus. Do I have that? I don't think I do. Okay, remind me what ward is again? He don't want to say. That's crazy. Man. Color of the Dark Arts makes sense. So I could just do this, I guess. I'll give her one more wisdom. I could get, you know, Eldritch Blast and stuff like that. Or just go Paladin, not Paladin, Cleric at this point. I think Cleric, if I recall, is wisdom. It's been a while since I've actually played the game. Nope. 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 Celestial Radiance. Ooh. Wait, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. Change spell. Oh. Oh. Wait. I can do that? I could go Eldritch Blast. Interesting. I could go Repelling, which is 4.5. Push. Agonizing, add your Charisma modifier. Okay, let's just go Eldritch Blast. You know? Where you at? Okay. And then... what else? Night Piercer, yes! Whispering Bolt is interesting, but I think I stick to Eldritch Blast. I'm confused. There we go. There we go, okay. It's working. It's in working condition. It took a minute though. I might just skip this as, you know, my actual playthrough start. But no, we skip Myrtle. Skip. again, I don't want to make use of him. For personal reasons. Let me just put it that way. Come on, Shadowheart. Alright. Now, Froges that away. They jump. You see this? You see this? This is an anime character. Wake her up. Her name's Megumi. I'm sure somebody knows what I'm talking about. You see this cat? Wake the cat up. It's gonna be good for you. You see this fella called Wimdy? Don't attack. You can attack him, but Megumi over here does not like that. So, what we do here is we try to stay alive, because these Froges are gonna be hella annoying. So what I'm gonna attempt is to immediately hit it. I got bleed, which is kinda nice. Kinda cool. Somehow I haven't started combat. There we go. I was gonna say. Please tell me you're not asleep. Where? Okay, there we go. Shadowheart got eaten immediately. Please no. Okay, thank you. But because of that, this is gonna get rather annoying. Okay, so you want Megumi to help? Oofa. Yeah. She kinda blew Shadowheart up though. What we want is, cause, you know, Megumi goes to sleep every time she blows something up. You gotta wake her up. Okay? So make sure you do. Okay, this is how you fight the Froggies. The Froggies are extremely hard to deal with. Unless you wake her up, that is. I need the magical bleed. Now I'm hoping Shadowheart doesn't just get dropped here immediately, but it could happen. Please don't get eaten. Thank you. And that's a little bit of healing for me. There we go. That's one Froge down. She goes immediately back to sleep. Now, I kinda wish I could get Shadowheart up, but I can't. I need Megumi's damage. Believe it or not, it's kinda mandatory. Because these Froges are too strong. Now, I'm gonna just jump here, and unfortunately, I can't really wake her up just yet, but... Oh my god, that is incredibly annoying. Okay, I'm gonna wake up Shadowheart next turn, because we got Chomusuke here doing his thing. Just wrecking the frog from behind.
A little help, please.
So this is gonna help quite a bit. And I'm gonna bleed the frog again. To get me some extra HP. And I'm just gonna do this. Okay? So I can help Megumi out of the cringe. Oofa, frame drops. This will happen every now and then. Has to do with asset load, I believe. Okay, it does get better. It does get better. It did get better, okay? It's better now. It do be better now. Okay, good. That's good. That's real good. Okay, I don't have to wake up Megumi anymore, but she's up. Anyway, you can talk to her, and I think, if I recall, she has items. Okay? Yeah, there we go. She has some items. If you want to use any of these items, you get some scrolls in here, some stuff. If you're a wizard, Harry. You got pop drakes. I think it's single use, yes. And then, yeah, that's about it. Alright. I need a short rest. Like that. But I also kind of want the scepter. I'm gonna touch Lieutenant Sarite real quick so I can get the Trident +2 off of her. Then, I don't really remember what these fellas are here for, but they're here. Now, I'm just gonna go straight up and do the thing. Wait. Okay, we can't use these on either characters right now. We're not proficient. It do be like that. I think I can use the scepter. I could create flood. It might help with the blood, if you know what I mean. Alright, let me touch the backpack. That's a blindfold, we don't care. I'm gonna short rest.
We can keep going a little longer.
I'm gonna double short rest just in case, because I don't want to die. Okay? And I will save right here. Now, the way you play this next area is a little bit tricky. You cannot just simply walk up in there. You will die. Okay? You can't just walk up in here. You will die. Now, while you will not die to the brains, you will die to the Merzul. Yes, the Merzul. So, there's a little fella up here. Beat him up. Okay? Like that. And then just move on with your day. So I'm gonna do just that. We're gonna move on. If you touch the chest here, there's a little something that happens and you will have to fight. I'm not gonna do that right now. Because for the purposes of the video and for the purposes of ending said video, because it's hella long already, I'm gonna just go up. Okay? Going up is the name of the game right now. You go around, you're not supposed to go inside there. Okay? If you go inside there, you will die. Now you have 3 options. 1, you go there, you die. 2, you go up here and go around. 3, you go inside the ancient door. Okay? Those are your options. It'd be like that. Alternatively, you could fight Merzul and you're in for one of the hardest boss fights you've seen in a minute. Early game. Which, let's just say you don't want to fight Merzul at level 4, or 3, or 2. Okay? May I exit combat, please? This tentacle is rather annoying.
Very well.
I should have been out of combat by now, game. What is this nonsense? There we go.
Nothing will stand in my way. Can't slow down.
Okay, we go take Gale. Because we need Gale. Oh, actually, we don't really need Gale. I could just go in here or in here. And I'm gonna let you know a little spoiler. Whether you go in here or you go in here, there is a fight, okay? You will be fighting separate entities. But I want Gale so I can make the fight easier.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters.
A hand? Anyone?
Okay. Now you're gonna notice Gale starts in Druid armor. Again, that's caused by Exsanguinist mod itself. This has been a bug report in here. Okay, just read all that. Which I believe is also the thing that is affecting these clothings. Which for whatever reason it's Karlach's clothing on the fella. Not normal. Could be the reason. Which is kind of weird that the mod itself is not touching... I mean, it's touching stuff that it's not supposed to, but I really hope it gets fixed. And soon-ish. Alright, I'm gonna skip a lot of this dialogue, because I've seen Gale's dialogue before. As a Tav, that is... Damn! That's never happened before. Holy! That was a jump scare horde situation right there. Okay, that's never happened before. I've never seen that before. That was crazy. Kinda cute, too. Alright, now he's got a bunch of stuff in here, okay? Gale, that is. Whatever you want to play with, good luck with that. Me? I don't know. Blade singing, maybe? Sure. Sure. I forgot how Blade Singer works, though. So, bear with me. It's been a minute. Short sword, rapier, and or long sword. What exactly does Blade Singer use? Because I forgot. I'm just Go longsword, I guess. Yeah, I'll go longsword, because we have some swords. That means I should be getting longsword proficiency. Should. Emphasis on the should. I haven't touched this in a while. I could have sworn you normally get some other spells, but they might be in the other category, in prepare spells instead. Yeah. I'll just take these. Then, nope, never mind. Well, they're not on level 2. They might have been on level 1 and I don't have access to them. Crazy. Witch Bolt I like. Sleep is garbage, because a lot of enemies have too much HP. And we keep Thunder Wave, because it's kinda nice. Not proficient. Okay, so I'm not proficient. I need proficiency. I could have sworn Bladesinger has access to some other spells. Let me see now. I need to figure this out. Is it True Strike? It's not, is it? It's not Thunderclap. It's something similar. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've touched this. It might have gotten replaced by something. Is it True Strike? It's not, surely. It's not Ice Weapon, I know that for a fact. It's something similar to Thunderclap. Soul Dive is cool, by the way. This is very cool. I like that one a lot. But I think I replace Mage Hand instead. I like Mage Hand, but I don't really want to use... I don't use it often, okay? Misty Step is something I normally take on every character if I can. What is this? Cold Snap? Okay, where is the darn thing you get access to as a, you know, Bladesinger? It's not Shadow Blade. Am I tripping? I might be tripping. I don't recall. I'll just take that. I might actually be hella tripping though. It's not True Strike. I know that for a fact. Man, I wish I could remember. It's been a minute since I've done that. I'll take this, because I kinda need some radiant damage. Cloud of Daggers is good and all, but... we're going for the blades. Okay, let's see now. Nathair's Mischief could be potentially good, but I think it's time for some mirror imaging. And then... Sleep gets removed. All of this is fine. I like Witch Bolt, but... I don't know. I think we do this. Well, let's see. I kinda have too much damage, though. I feel like... I like Witch Bolt, but I don't really... I don't know, man. I need Shadow Blade for, you know, getting me a short sword. Unless I get a feat right now. I don't think I need Misty Step right off the bat. Let's see now. I definitely don't need Spirit Blade, actually. Not right off the bat. No, I feel like... Do I go ability improvement first? And go like this? Or do I go look for longsword proficiency? I do have some swords. I forgot what gives me the thing. Alright. You know what? Let me look for what gives me, you know, proficiency with other weapons. Duelist could be nice, but 2-weapon fighting. Wait, no, this is not what I need. Great weapon mastery. Is this giving me two-handed? I don't think this is giving me two-handed. It doesn't specify, so I don't think that's the one giving me two-handed. Martial Adept? Okay, is this giving me what I need? I need... Man... Polearm is not what I want. Savage Attacker. Tavern Brawler. No, what is... Is it Weapon Master? It's Weapon Master. It's gotta be Weapon Master. And then we go Dix. I think this should be fine. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played this ever. Like, I'm intentionally going out of my way to play stuff that I don't normally play. Okay? Now let me check. Okay, at least his light armor is in working condition. I have played Bladesinger once, but I do recall getting access to some spells that I don't have to right now, for whatever reason. Maybe because I didn't start as a Bladesinger or something. I don't know. Okay, wait, can Gale use this? Is that a thing? No, but I could. I could. I can't use my Bladesinger thingy though. But this, I can use. However, it's gonna get annoying, so I'm not gonna. What I'm gonna use is one of the other swords that I got, because I got 2 more. Which one do I use though? So there's a great sword with finesse, arcane fighting style. That's good. I'll just use this. Yeah. So why do I have no access to this? You can't wear medium or heavy armor or shields. You must wield dagger, longsword. This is a great sword. God damn it. I don't have longsword. Wait, I do. Okay. Is it better to just use this? Why do I get the feeling this is just flat out better right now? For now. And he looks spicy too. Alright. I might as well show you guys. Wait. Wait. Oh, that's Helda's armor. Wrong armor. My bad. Where is the other armor? Okay. See, I can cast this. I know I'm not proficient. Wait, so I can... Wait, so he's proficient with heavy? But what? It's fine. I can at least use the stuff for Gale. Alright. We go find Karlach straight up. Again, in this room. Okay. In this room, there's a mind flare up here. Okay? One which you will have to fight to get to Astarion, or you fight these mind flares here, and then when you get here, you fight 2 wolves, and then there's Astarion. And then there is Karlach, and Merzul's a little bit further inside. Now, this should be fine. Should be easy too. Because I'm kind of leveled up right now. Okay? This should be quite easy. Now keep in mind, when you fight Karlach, it might get annoying. Okay? It might actually get annoying. Now I know I'm using Blade Singer, but I'm not really Blade Singing, but it's fine. Not really the purpose of the video right now. Let's just get rid of the nonsense. Is it? No, it's not. There. Okay. Let's make him bleed too. Actually, let's... Wait. Yeah, okay. Let's save the spell slots for when we have to go towards Karlach. You would think my attacks would apply magical bleeding, but apparently not. Only specific spells do. Which is kind of a shame, but it'd be like that, I guess. Let me just do this. Nice. Okay, Tentacle Whip does a hell of a lot of damage. Mm-hmm. How exactly does this work? I've never used Ray of Shade, so I'm not entirely sure. Cringe. Okay. Now what I could do is this. Yes, see this spell? It's kinda good. Okay. Possibly knocking them prone. It should have procced for both, but it didn't, only for one. Should be fine though. Sorry, what did I have there? Gale had something. I'll check in a bit. Okay. So I can technically... Yeah, I can apply double bleed if I really want to. In the same turn. I just never paid attention enough to realize. I could do that, but I refuse right now. This is per battle, so I'm gonna use it. Nice bleed. This is per battle too. What is this? You can use spellcasting ability for weapon attack and... Oh my god, I should have turned this on. Okay. Nice. Well, he's about done, so I'm gonna disengage. Actually, I don't have to disengage. I can just do this from here. Yeah. And then bleed him again. Nice. Okay, that's a lot of damage, and I did not get to heal. Because of that. Fair enough. Are you done yet? Oh my god. Okay, so you get a hoppy, which we don't need. And then, yeah. And then there's a dead mind flare here. Gives you a pot. Not that type of pot. Okay. Yes, I do. I do must heal. Do I have a big one? I could have sworn I picked a big one. Where is the big one? Did I not pick the big potion out of the lot? Hello? Oh, it was only Zell. My bad. Okay, I need to ungroup. I know, Astarion, chill. No! Man. I need Shadowheart to get cozy up in here. You know what I mean? Stay here. So I can heal you. Please shut up, Astarion. Okay. I'm gonna throw one more. Because I know I'm gonna have to fight. Okay, this should be fine. Emphasis on the should. There is a boar fight here. Not a boar fight, a wolf fight right there. Oh my god, my throat.
I've got one of those things cornered.
Alright, my throat almost died. And I was pressing my microphone button, and apparently it's one of those that switches characters.
There.
Okay. I'm gonna skip all of this, because I already know
You on the ship?
I'm a nod.
You try.
Ah.
Your hand to think. My name's Astarion. Is that so? Although,
Okay.
well, yes, perhaps.
Come on.
And good luck.
Oh, I told him to go to camp. My bad, my bad. Bro, come here. Is it because I have fella? It might be because I have fella. It's gotta be because of Merizul here. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. That is a lot of bit annoying. Hello, Mr. Sapscroll. When did I miss you? I know there's a character there, but I don't want to grab the stuff. Oh, I shouldn't have. Actually, it's fine. I'm gonna show you guys what happens if you go this way. Well, first of all, you gotta deal with this BS. Okay. Yup, okay, Volcan error. This happens every now and then. Unsure why. Literally unsure why. It does crash the game every now and then, but this is 3 hours in, okay? At least in my opinion, this is very rare. And I'm not even sure why I'm crashing with a Vulkan error, because I'm playing on DirectX 11. Anyway, Karlach and Merizul are both there. Karlach is gonna be aggressive. Yeah, just good luck with that. Also, I do believe Merizul gets access to kinda everything he has if you use the thing that I've done. But, to get access to everything that he has, if you make him a custom hireling, you're gonna have to multi-class him like crazy, okay? I'm talking multi-classing him every level, probably, because he has Paladin, he has other stuff too. I hope you guys enjoyed this little showcase and guide on what to do in the Nautiloid area, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop here and not show you guys how to get Karlach, but she's right there. Merizul is right there too, if you go this way. If you go around, which is what I was trying to show you guys, he's gonna walk inside the ship, and you're not gonna have to fight him. But if you go through here, you will have to fight Merizul, because he's in madness state. So unless there is something that gets him out of madness state, you will always have to fight Merizul. So it just gotta be like that. He was supposed to have a questline, but again, since I have no access to moon glasses for the toolkit anymore nowadays, can't make that, and unfortunately, I don't really know how to do it using Osiris scripting. I'm not versed in those dark arts. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully this has helped you guys figure out how to go through the Nautiloid and how to get all the way here through the crash site. Again, this was on Tactician difficulty, and I have intentionally not used the hireling to show you guys that it is possible. You just have to think a little bit. You know, go a little bit out of the way, if you know what I mean. Think outside the box. Play a little safer. It do be like that. I'll see you in the next video.